Hello, my little ponies, and welcome back to some more Ocarina of Time. On your marks, get set, go! So today, my little ponies, we have a very interesting thing going on here. We have, how many games are we running today? Is there a...
6.
We're running 6 games. Not necessarily at once, but like in total, 6 games. All of different Legend of Zelda games.
Yes.
So I, of course, have Ocarina and Majora's Mask, and Azura has...
I have Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Manish Cap, and Link's Awakening. I know you're expecting to hear me say Link to the Past, because that's the one that partners with those other 3, but no, that is not what I'm doing today. It's been a while since I played some Link to the Past.
I believe that there are ways to do Link to the Past multiplayer. That could be fun to do, with both of us running around through it and stuff.
Maybe. Would be interesting.
No, we're trapped! I think...
No, a rupee.
I think I just have traps set to default, don't I? Difficulty, no.
Ah, dang it. I thought that was actual bombs. It was a bomb trap for a different game.
Yeah,
that is one of the great things about Link's Awakening, is that it actually will represent like items with the closest equivalent in the game, which actually makes it really funny when playing with people who are doing Donkey Kong, because there are bananas in the game, so it uses the sprite for the bananas for anything banana related.
Nice. So checking the tracker, there's a bunch of hinted stuff in this. So I had a bit of a day. Did you have a bit of a day, Sarah?
A little bit of a day.
So, I went to my local game store expecting to, run a nice D&D one-shot for people. Because after what happened last week, I made sure to specifically tell the people at the store, yes, please advertise for this one-shot. I want to, get people in. I'd rather have more than enough people than have nobody. And they didn't do anything like that. So I showed up. Heck, I showed up early so I could, look around the store, check out the products, whatever. Get myself all set up, even though getting set up with my setup stuff takes, like, maybe 2 minutes. To go from everything in the bag to everything out on the table and ready. No!
Hey, you found a remains already.
Yep. So anyway, so there I am, and at 3:30 I decided to leave because there was nobody there.
What the? This is not where I expected to be.
So, yeah. And it's like, yeah, I don't... So I, started looking on, like, the local Discords and stuff, just to see if... Local Discords, local Facebooks, to see if I could do a better job of just finding people to set up the game, and... It's a maybe. It's always just a maybe with people to be like, oh yeah, I'm totally ready to do, Wednesday evenings for the foreseeable future. Next week. Actually, I work today, and every other Wednesday from here until, like, eternity. It's like, last week you said you were free on Wednesdays. Yeah, well, that was last week. Now I'm busy every Wednesday. Forever.
Yeah. Sounds about right, unfortunately.
So...
Oh, shit. Nope, nope. Go back.
So, yeah. Trying to set stuff up there, and... So I'd ordered a package, and it was supposed to be here, and I got the delivery at, like, 3:15, while I was waiting at the game store for people to show up, and nobody did. But the package had been delivered. I come back, no package. Look around, it's like, oh yeah, we left it outside on your porch or balcony. It's like, checked my balcony, no. Checked around the building, no. It's just not around, so either they didn't deliver it, or it got stolen. And I tried reporting it, but it's like, no, most people find their package within 24 hours, so... Yeah, you can't actually, like, report this until more than 24 hours have passed. Until 6 p.m. tomorrow. Except that I'll be out of town 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Stupid.
Yes. So all of that is just... And do keep in mind, this package that was probably supposed to be here yesterday, and another part of the package that was also supposed to be here, like, yesterday, is actually going to be coming by sometime tomorrow, supposedly. So, all set and ready for another package to get stolen. So I have to pack a bunch of stuff for tonight, but also Azura really wanted to do all of this recording, or at least all of this Archipelago stuff. So basically, once we're done here, I have to pack up weekend's worth of clothes and see if I can find my swimsuit. Because I'm not going out to the lake in the summertime
Not
without
swimming.
having the possibility of going swimming.
Yeah. I get it.
Do. So, yeah. Lots of stuff to get done. But hey, at least I got some snacks and whatnot.
Snacks.
I
Are
don't know,
you
it's
kidding?
like, I find I'm
Yes, go
frequently
on.
in the position of, I try to, like, get an extra something or do an extra something because I think that people will appreciate it. Or whatever, and then the time comes and people either do not care about the extra effort I put in, or actively do not like it. Like, for example, while I was at the store today, I saw a bottle of, like, non-alcoholic, like, grape juice that is made to look like a bottle of wine. And I thought, like, oh, this would be, you know, funny to get. Like, bring out in front of the family. It's like, oh, yes, ha ha ha. For those of us who don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, so we can all enjoy some pseudo wine. And I could just see myself, like, pulling this up, and then everyone's all like, no, I don't want any of that. No, no, no. No, we're not gonna have any of that. No. So it's like, oh, so it's just me pulling this thing out just for my own sake, and now I feel like an idiot for, buying a thing, pulling out in front of the family, and being the only one to have it, but it's like... Or even worse, oh, since you mentioned that, well, we're not supposed to be drinking, but since you pulled out fake wine, I guess we might as well pull out real wine and drink the real wine. Yeah, because you pulled out the fake wine, it's only fair if we pull out the real wine instead. We weren't going to, but since you insisted, we decided to do, like, try to make it as if it's my fault that they're drinking. So anyway, I didn't get the bottle of pseudo wine. The first ingredient is carbonated water, and I don't like carbonation.
I see. Oh, that's what that was. Okay, hang on.
Wait, I have a bottle? Oh yeah, I have a bottle now.
Wait a minute.
So... Or again, like, putting a whole bunch of effort into making a D&D session, and then people are just like, okay, but what if I want to have sex with the shopkeeper? What if I want to spend the entire session trying to bang the shopkeeper? I think that you should roleplay out me getting to bang the shopkeeper. And just me trying to explain to them, no, don't do that, you're making everyone uncomfortable. Well, it's my game too, and I want to do this. Like,
that's session 0 stuff. Gotta establish that, no, this is not gonna happen.
It's hard to have a session 0 when you're just running, like, a one-shot to, like, find new players.
That is a fair point. Ah.
People say, oh no, you should always have session 0s. It's like, well, you can't exactly have a session 0 when there's only going to be the one session. Or, or a situation that's not necessarily a player's fault. You set up a whole thing for the players, and then they wind up, super critting and killing the boss fight really fast. Or something. It's like, it's not exactly the player's fault. Or, what I've been seeing happen a lot, you set up a nice, like, difficult but not overly difficult boss fight. The players could not roll above a 5 on their d20. Like, most of the party could hit the boss if they would roll a 10. They do not. It's not the player's fault. It's like, what, should I have made the boss fight easier so they would be able to kill the boss no matter what they roll? Of course not. But since they can't kill the boss, they're not having fun. It's not their fault. It's like, they understand that it's not my fault. But it's still a fault that has happened.
Yeah.
Do.
Really?
Yeah. On occasion, I try to go, like, above and beyond on things, and people either don't notice it, / don't care about it, or they don't like it. Having a job, it's like, okay, cool, I finished all my normal work, I'm going to clean the entire department, top to bottom. you know, as an extra thing, since I'm here. Manager comes in as soon as I finish. Oh, this place is disgusting. Have you ever thought of cleaning it? So I just spent the last 3 hours cleaning it, but thanks for letting me know that I suck. I feel like the worst is when someone, like, insults you, and then they say, oh no, that's just a joke. I just joke around like that with everyone. I belittle everybody. Don't think it's, like, something personal to you. I just make fun of everyone. And it's like, that just feels worse.
Yeah, what I hear from that is, oh yeah, I'm just a complete jerk and a bully.
Yeah, while I was sitting around at the game store, waiting to see if anyone would actually show up for D&D, like, one of, like, the store owner's, like, friends came over and they started talking. And the friend said something to the effect of, oh yeah, it's something that I've heard. If your wife is being annoying, then she's... And then he said the R slur. And then he repeated himself and said the slur again. And it's like, I don't care, like, how you talk when it's, like, you know, just chatting with friends, personally, whatever. But it's like, dude, you are in your business. You shouldn't just be allowing people to talk that way in your business setting. If you want to talk that way, you know, at your house with your buddies after a few beers and say slurs and stuff, that's one thing. That's not a good thing, but that's one thing. But saying that in public, in your business, like during business hours, in front of customers, like, I don't think I want to go back there because, yeah, that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, no.
And how am I supposed to say it? Hey, you should tell your friend not to, you know, use slurs.
Yeah, the only real response to that is, what the fuck, dude?
So yeah, I think I just won't go back there again. And it's not like anyone will care that I'm not going back. But in case anyone does mention it, it's like, hey, haven't seen you around, what's going on? Just say, like, oh, right, yeah. I don't feel welcome in that environment.
Yeah. Understandable.
It's a thing. I know. So yeah, I don't feel welcome. As a person who has had people use that slur offensively against me personally for many of my years growing up, I do not feel comfortable with people using that. Especially someone who's just going to be sexist over it. Or if your wife wants something, then she's mentally disabled. And then the store owner is like, yeah. So it's like... Like, I almost want to, like, find, like, the store owner's wife and say, hey, by the way... Like, I feel like that'd be stirring the pot, like, too much. To let her know that her husband thinks of her that way. Because, oh no, that's just what all guys say about their wives. It's like... That's worse. That is so much worse.
Yeah, that is worse if it's true. It's worse if it's not true. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's accurate. It's the fact that you think that that's accurate is really a cause for concern.
Like, if I found out that you were saying that stuff about me behind my back, I would break up with you immediately.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's one thing to joke about it to the person. Like,
yeah, it's one thing to joke about it to the person and...
saying, Claire, you're kind of dumb. And I'm like, yeah. Like, when I don't see something, like, super obvious. But it's the, like, saying this stuff, like, behind someone's back gives an element of, no, this is how I actually feel.
Yeah, no.
Like, I've had some friends, like, call me, you know, the term for a dog before. But I could tell that they were joking. If I found out that they said that about me to someone else, I would have been really mad. But given the context of the situation... Heck, in one of those situations, the one friend actually said to me, it's like, hey, can I call you at this? It's like, okay, fine. Claire, you're at this.
Damn it!
It's like, well,
sorry.
you have consent first.
I am also getting very frustrated with the game here at the moment, because I still only have 3 hearts.
At least I got up to 5. Southeast chest. Forest. Oh wait, trackless piece.
Okay, maybe if I'm lucky I can just use... Okay, good.
Right. But it is shocking how much of life is just people saying, oh yeah, this thing sucks. It's always going to, and there's no way to make this thing not suck. And it's like, have you tried just doing this in a way that doesn't suck?
I mean, maybe more people are saying that than I have noticed, but usually the context that I've seen for that sort of stuff is, like, systemic stuff, where it's just like, yeah, the only way things are going to get better is if all of the people who are currently in control and making it be the case, stop existing.
Yeah. Like, but sometimes it's even just stuff that the person could just, or like the group could just talk about and do. Like, for example, someone complaining, oh no, low-level Dungeons & Dragons sucks because you have so few hit points, 1 crit can take you from full to dead. Okay. Have you considered that just doing low-level D&D, but just saying no crits don't happen? Or just saying, hey, instead of getting normal health, you get double the health for level 1. And just going from there. But, like, if the whole, you know, if the whole group can agree to that, then it's like, okay, you can still do it, and now you don't have that problem anymore. Like, yeah, you could just make whatever the bad thing is not an issue. You could just agree on that. It's not even necessarily a systemic thing. You could just... Or it's like, oh yeah, I'd love to play as a half-elf, but they don't get a bonus feat like humans, and I really want that bonus feat. It's like, okay. Sure, play as a half-elf and just take a bonus feat, whatever. Your character's a quarter elf. Have fun with it. That is actually a flaw you can take. If you're a half-elf, you can take the quarter elf feat. You get rid of some elfin stuff, but you get the bonus feat of a human. because in 3rd edition and 3.5, there's basically no, like, munchkin-y reason to play as a half-elf, because they don't get the bonuses for being human, and they don't get the extra feat or skill points or languages of being human, but they also don't get, like, the ability score bonuses of anything else.
Yeah. And
so there's no point
I
in...
remember, like, my first experience to D&D was, like, the Baldur's Gate games, and that's where I started liking, like, playing as half-elf. Mostly because half-elf had a couple of, like, unique things available for it. Like, half-elf and elf were the only classes that could, or races that could, have 3 classes at once. And I wanted to just have, you know, fighter, mage, thief. Have access to all of the main stuff.
Yeah.
But then, you know, get into, you know, 3.5, and I didn't notice it first, but it's just, after a bit, it's just like, huh. Yeah, there really isn't much value to half-elves here. They just don't do much.
So, I'd have to double-check the book again. But I'm pretty sure that So, I was in a campaign, like my first in-person D&D campaign that I wasn't DMing. Something like 14 years ago. This is the group that got me into playing 3.5 edition. Before them, I was playing 4th edition, because that's what I had, that's what was in stores.
Yep.
And so, playing with this group, I made my character, blah blah blah. Second campaign rolls around, make a new character, PHP only, okay, fine. The DM keeps putting off sessions because he wants one specific player to play in a specific session for a plot thing he has in mind. But he needs one specific player to be in the group, so we just don't play for like a month until he can come back and play with us. The thing is that all of our characters are around, someone does like a magic sleep spell, and puts the entire party to sleep. No matter what we rolled, we couldn't save. But he wanted the one player to be in because they were playing an elf who's immune to, like, sleep effects, sleep spells and sleep effects. I was playing as a half-elf who is also immune to sleep spells and sleep effects. And I pointed this out to the DM at the time, and he said, no. And just had that one player, you know, do a whole diplomacy thing with the people who put us all to sleep for, I don't know how long, a few minutes? And it's like, so you're saying that we could have done this a month ago, if you bothered to care, that my character could also do the thing that you're now saying that my character can't do. So, in addition to not getting a feat like a human, I also don't get immunity to sleep effects and sleep spells. So I'm literally basically playing no race at all. Because you wanted your friend to have his diplomacy moment. And so you just kept us from playing D&D for like a month. Specifically so your friend could have his moment in the spotlight for a few minutes. The group had other issues, and I wound up parting ways with them. One of the members of the group was a total neckbeard. That was a thing. One of the group members was like a super superstitious fellow. Like, no, don't touch my dice because I rolled out all of the ones of my dice. So now if you touch my dice, you'll roll like the high rolls and I'll have to roll out the low rolls again. And I don't care if that was just a thing they were joking at, the way that he slapped my hand away when I went to pick up his dice. To be fair, his dice and my dice were right next to each other, so I went to just grab a die without making sure to check if it was the red or the off-red die that I was grabbing.
Jeez. Oh no, Claire, you sent me nothing.
And you deserve it.
You sent me my nothing. and I sent you a huge rupee in response. Thanks.
Wow, thanks.
That feels like a very fair exchange.
Well, you have to pay for your nothing. Yeah, they're with the group. I don't have any of, like, the books yet, so one session, this guy lets me, like, use his player's handbook so I can, like, look at the rules and, like, you know, look up stuff in the rule book. The next session, he's sitting next to me, he puts the book, like, between us. I go to look at something in the book, it's like, hey, you're supposed to ask before you go and just grab someone's book. It's like, oh, I thought the arrangement from last week was still in play, because you put it down between us again. No, it's so rude to just grab someone's stuff without asking. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think you were playing with some very immature people is what that was. That's really what it sounds like.
Am I in the wrong for thinking that the agreement was still in play?
No.
Am I in the
Your
wrong
interpretation
when...
of the situation seems reasonable to me.
Am I in the wrong when, during one session, they kept asking me to grab stuff from the shelf behind me? Like, there was, like, not much room. So, like, they wouldn't be able to grab the stuff unless I moved, like, out of the way. Or I could just, like, grab it. Like, you know, stand up, turn around in my spot, and grab it. So they kept asking me to grab stuff, but because I was wearing a shirt that wasn't super long, it would show, like, a bit of my skin whenever I'd reach my arms up. So they saw a little bit of my back whenever I do this, and then they would laugh at me. And then, like, 2 minutes later, it's like, oh, by the way, Claire, can you grab, like, such and such thing for me? So I'd go and I'd do it, and they'd laugh at me again.
Oh,
and
so they were explicitly objectifying you.
Yes. And then next week, when I go in for this session, the homeowner had said, it's like, oh yeah, the whole group had talked about it, and we've been having issues with it, so you're banned from coming to my house anymore. You're banned from being in my house.
What the fuck?
Notably, a few weeks earlier, when her and I were on a walk, she told me, she didn't just, like, show me, she told me what the key code was to get into her house. So if I wanted to, I could have, you know, broken in and taken stuff, and if I had left anything of value in there, I would have done so. I left for, like, a few dollars worth of mechanical pencils, and that was it. But it's like, yeah, so that was my first experience to playing D&D in person with people that I didn't already know before we started playing together. So those are my expectations going forward and playing with people in the future. Don't I just always bring out the worst in everybody I meet?
You know, I joke about that a bit, but sometimes it really seems true.
I don't even have to do anything, I just have to be there, and people start using slurs and stuff, and it's like... What is it about just me being around that makes people so terrible?
I don't know.
You know, after a while, it's gonna start making me feel bad. Oh, you can't do this again. Or the multiple D&D campaigns I've tried to run, where one player wants to try to be the MVP of the universe, and tries to make up all of the rules for themselves, and write the plot themselves. And it's like, dude, I'm the DM here. That's my job.
Yeah.
Stop controlling all of my characters. If you want to be a DM and control the world, that's its own thing. But I'm the DM. You didn't want to DM. I'm DMing. So I'm in charge. And I'm saying, no, the shopkeeper isn't going to give you the entire store for free. Because... just because. You didn't even have a reason for it. It's like, yeah, that shopkeeper should just give me the entire store. Not just like all the stuff in the store. No, you should just hand me the deed for your store and kill yourself. And it's like, why would it do that? Because I told him to, obviously. It's like, hey, how about you just leave and do something else with your life? Because I told you to. Which I view as being much nicer than he was.
Yeah, I would agree.
We get into a fight against like 3 large scorpions. He's all like, oh no, the scorpions are gonna TPK us! Within round 1, the party has already killed 1 scorpion. No thanks to his help, his character was like, trying to run away.
Useless.
Grabbed another character, made them also run away. Meanwhile, the party is, like, even without the 2 of them, the party is still doing just fine.
Yeah, it feels like some people play D&D just to be a hindrance to everyone else.
Yeah. There's also lots and lots of stories of people playing D&D and bringing in, like, DMPCs and causing issues with that. It's like, hey, listen, I want to play D&D with all of you. And part of that playing D&D is, like, having a character running through the world. I want to also have a character and run through the world with you all. Like, that's just part of playing the game. I want to also do that stuff, too. But no, I'm not allowed because I'm the DM, and some guy in the past did stuff that people didn't like because they brought in a DMPC and made them OP. So now no DM is ever allowed to do that ever again. Or else it's automatically considered a bad DM. No matter what they do with it, just having a player character, even a hint of a player character, oh no, you're automatically a bad DM. Because you want to play D&D. So, semi-recently, I was trying to join D&D campaigns, specifically, you know, 3.5 edition games, so I wanted to use the rules for playing as an intelligent magic item. And, like, that was the thing, like, I would find games that looked cool, and I'd, like, post a message on there, it's like, hey, I'm interested in playing an intelligent magic item, like, here's the link to, like, the rulebook about it. I want to play as one. I'm open to, like, what item it is, and, like, what abilities I'll have. Would that be okay for me to play as in your campaign? And I get responses from the DMs like, oh yeah, that sounds really cool. Message me and let's talk about it. So I message them, and they're like, actually, I don't want you to play an intelligent magic item, I want you to play as a normal character. And I'm just like, I had specifically asked, so I want to play an intelligent magic item, you said yes, and then only to try to lure me in, just so you could say no. Like, no, screw you. Like, once again, I'm pretty sure I'm not in the wrong for this. I was completely, like, right up front and completely clear about exactly what my expectations were coming into this. If you had just said no the first message, it's like, oh, I don't think that would be something that would go well with my game, sorry. Okay, have a good day. I understand. But you said yes. You said that it would be okay. You said yes, only to bring me in and then tell me, actually, no. Like, what is going on through their head?
Very
Do
little
they just
is my guess.
Do they just not read the part where I want to play as an item and just hear, I want to play in your game? Do they go, beep, beep, automatic response says, that sounds good. And then when I join, that's when when I, like, add them as a friend on Discord so we can chat, that's when they read the rest of the post and go, oh, you want to do this? Well, I think that's more of a suggestion than, like, an actual thing that you want to do. So I'm just going to say no, but since you're already added me on Discord, it's sunk cost fallacy, and you're just going to play anyway, surely. It's like, no, I will just abandon you and block you for pulling that bait and switch.
Yeah.
Like, you could have just said no, but because you said yes, it gave me expectations. I believe that with the right player, it is completely possible to run an intelligent magic item character and have it be good. You can't just necessarily do that with any player. But I believe I'm a good enough player, as a person who has DM'd for most of my life, that I believe that I could run it and be good with it. Oh, right, and then there's the people who's all like, oh, well, you're not 80 years old and have been playing for 60 years, so actually you're just a noob in everything. And you saying that you've been being a DM for most of your life, I'm just gonna laugh at you. Because, oh, what's that, 2 weeks? Oh, haha, I've been playing D&D for 60 years. Obviously, I know more than you. Yeah, you should 100% want to play a human fighter, because you're not bored of it. I've been playing for 60 years, and I still have fun playing human fighters with spiked chain. So you couldn't be bored of it either. I did have someone making that argument against me that because he was older than me, that there's no possible way that I could possibly ever be bored of human fighters with spiked chain. And it's like, dude, maybe you've been playing D&D for 50 years? Like, how many times have you played a human fighter with a spiked chain? Oh, 6? Okay, cool. Oh, 600? Every single character you've ever played has been human fighter with spiked chain? Huh. Wow. Hey, did you know that there's other races, classes, and weapons that you could possibly use? No? Well, here, let me introduce you to the other 99.999% of Dungeons & Dragons. You know, people who are super elitist because, well, I'm older than you, so obviously I know more. And it's like, dude, you might be older. That doesn't mean you know more. It doesn't mean you really know anything. Guess that was nothing. But yeah, Sarah, thanks for letting me vent so much. It's, I was gonna say it's probably healthy for me to vent, but I'm not really so sure about that. But thanks for letting me do so
Who
anyway.
knows?
Because goodness knows that I can't afford therapy, so this is as close as I can get to that.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll get my bill in the mail. You know, if Amazon delivers it. Oops. So, how many checks does the thing say you still have in logic at the moment?
378.
Ah. Unfortunately, Universal Tracker doesn't work with Link's Awakening, which is actually kind of surprising. So I don't know how many checks exactly I have in logic. What I do know is, according to the map tracker, I am running very low. Oh my god, you just sent me bombs. That has opened up, okay, a few checks.
Well, good thing I decided to come by here and explore then.
Indeed.
Hey, big wallet. Open my big wallet.
Oh, crap. Oh, man. Okay, well, I guess I'm not doing those checks right now. I will check out this location. Because it requires a boom.
Oh? Cool!
And I can't do anything in here without the boots. Okay.
So, sir, would it be totally improper if I started hinting for TriQuest pieces?
Already?
I only need 3 more.
I mean, I guess, if you can afford them.
Yeah, let's see what this big good box is. What does it say? Really? Okay, that's pretty close. Oh, Jabu Jabu Belly in Azura Nehru.
Oh yeah, that's not coming for a while.
Oh, and I can't actually afford another one. So, one I'm going to get soon. One that you're not going to get for quite a while. And... oh. Zora's Domain Fish 3. Technically, I can get that.
Yeah, go fishing.
No, that's not a fishing. It's a Zora's Domain fish I catch in the bottle.
Yeah, I know. Go fishing with the bottle. Damn it. Okay, that's that. That actually hasn't opened up as many checks as I thought. Wait. Why does that...
So, D&D has some random treasure tables that you can use. You could just give, like, the expected amount of treasure for an encounter. You could just not give any treasure and then have the party, you know, get paid for having completed goals. Or you can roll up treasure for an encounter. And I like rolling because I like the extra randomness. The game recommends that for a level 1, like a challenge rating 1 encounter, it should be 300 gold. But, you know, you can roll up stuff. So it might be less, it'll probably be less, it might be more. But, you know, the expectation is approximately 300. So I've been doing my D&D roguelite thing on Tuesdays. And so I decide, so yeah, every room I decide to, you know, roll up what the encounter is, roll up loot if there is it, and I have a little list. So I don't know why, but so far, 3 times out of 3, the first room that I start rolling rolls a 10% chance for it to just be treasure and nothing else. Except this latest time, it also rolled the 1 in 6 chance of getting a +1 to challenge rating. So like, okay, just a challenge rating 2's level of loot. It should average about 600 gold. Roll for coins? No coins at all. Roll for items is 1 mundane item. Round up being a Masterwork Dwarven War Axe, whatever. Like 330 gold worth. Roll for art, and I got 2 pieces of art. So, with expected loot value of 600 gold, and about 300 of which already accounted for. Do you want to guess how much those 2 pieces of art were worth?
About 100 each?
10,000 gold in total.
What?
From what I rolled, because it's a percentage scale, I think I rolled like a 98 and a 96 for the value. And I rolled, it's like 6,000 gold and 4,000 gold. The odds of this, of getting 10,000 or more value on just a treasure encounter with no trap or enemies, I did the math, it's approximately 1 in 720,000 odds. I still had a whole room of stuff and like pressure plates and stuff where I made it seem like there were going to be traps. Can't let the players just get too complacent. And then when I told them the value...
Yeah.
I could have just put in a chest with 600 gold and said, yeah, that's good enough. But I wanted to roll for value. And now the party has a story of getting 10,000 gold pieces of value during a session when only 2 of the 5 members actually made it to the session.
Ooh, Ocarina. Oh, damn it. Of course I died as soon as I got my Ocarina.
Sorry. The Ocarina
What?
dead.
No. You did nothing about that. That had nothing to do with you. It's just bad timing on my
I
end.
did nothing to save you.
There was nothing you could have done to save me.
Oh, good to know. So, I feel like I've already told you this other story before, but it's funny and bears repeating. I was playing with a group of relatively new D&D players. This was an in-person game. With some co-workers of mine, actually. They were playing as a bard, a druid, and a cleric. So 2 of the 3 of them could turn their spells into Cure Light Wounds. And druids get Cure Light Wounds, but they can't, change their spells into it. I put them on what was supposed to be a very simple little trap. It was a covered wagon. The only entrance to it is in the back, but inside the covered wagon is a reloading, auto-firing crossbow trap. So if they try to get in through the back, Darunia's join. Oof. Why are so many of my Triforce pieces in my game? Wait.
Because half of the checks in the whole archipelago are in your game.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, it feels safe to assume that... Here's the thing. It feels potential that you might, upon releasing, basically put everything in go mode.
That'd be funny.
I'm trying to decide if I actually want to go for a couple more checks, or if I want to just switch games, while I actually have a chance to play any other games.
So, right, anyway. Covered wagon and crossbow, it attacks at a +0 modifier. And since the party has, I think 13 or more AC, it's probably going to miss more often than it hits. And all they need is, a round of movement to climb up, get around it, and then they're fine. But I figure, hey, maybe I'll shoot them, maybe I'll even hit them, deal a d6 of damage, they'll be fine, they have tons of healing. 3 hours later, the party almost TPK'd to the trap that refuses to roll below a 15 on the die. And I was rolling open rolls, so the party knows I'm not cheating. This thing is actually just rolling hit after hit after hit. This thing wants y'all dead. The party is almost completely TPK'd. They finally managed to work together, get in, and destroy the thing, so I figure, you know what? They deserve to get some magical reward. So I rolled up a magic item, roll, use the books open, I'm just there rolling dice. And then I just start laughing. And laughing. And I can't really stop laughing. And the party's confused. They ask me what's going on with it. I ask who has read magic. Okay, someone has that. I write it down a note and pass it to him. Of what the magic item was. And he starts laughing. The others are confused, so he passes the note to the guy next to him, who then starts laughing, and passes the note to the last member of the party, and then he starts laughing. And we laugh for probably a good few minutes of laughing at this. As it turns out, that after almost getting TPK'd by a crossbow trap, they finally got the reward. A magic scroll of protection from arrows.
Amazing.
It was so memorable that 6 months later, I was working with one of them, and I says like, hey, protection from arrows. And he cursed me out a little about that.
No, what you should have done is, like, playfully tossed something at him and then said that.
Oh, get something like arrow-like.
Well, that's the thing. Protection for arrows just applies to any projectile.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had protection from arrows. A bunch of random checks.
I got the stick. Wait. Wait. Oh my god. I accidentally figured out a puzzle.
Nice! So, yeah, I just think, like, those really funny D&D moments wouldn't have happened if I just, you know, like, okay, well, I guess you get 600 gold pieces for your loot, whatever. You know, because I rolled for stuff because I wanted to give them something special. They now have memories that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. Ah, trauma bonding. Alright, I just need one more piece of the Triforce.
You have enough points to hint for it?
Heck no! How many more do I need? I need 38 more checks before I can hint for it. So if I could get Sarah's song, that would do it.
Do you know where that is?
Nope. I don't want to hint for that. I'd rather hint for a Triforce piece.
Well, you also don't have the hint points to hint for it, so if you don't already know where it is...
Yeah. But, you know, just if I get it.
Yes.
Let's see, there's also Jabba Jabba's Belly second floor spike chest, which is not super likely. Bloop.
Wait.